Hey Jordan, of course it's been a tough time. Just curious for you or maybe for your teammates, with the pride you take in your game, do you ever find yourself having to separate how you feel about what's happening on the field and how it impacts you personally as an individual? Do you ever have to separate that, or can you see that being a challenge for some athletes?
No, that's a selfish approach. Just going to keep working on executing and playing better and being able to finish these games in the second half.
Jordan, I guess what would you say about your defensive performance overall as a team after last week, and then the fumble that was overturned in the third quarter? How big was that? You guys had a chance at some momentum and didn't get swept out.
Yeah, we did a lot of good today. Just didn't do well enough when it mattered most.
Chris, Jordan, you got to go through that. What did the refs say on that call? Did you hear any conversation, or did you see a flag at that point?
No, I didn't. I didn't know what was happening until I was on the field the next play.
Connor, Jordan, question for you. After that moment and the swing of it, right? You make a game-altering play and then it gets brought back. How did you guys navigate that? How did you manage that?
I don't know. I was getting an X-ray.
Steven? Jordan, we saw Coach Rossi was on the sideline for you guys today. What did that do for you guys? Was there any difference in terms of communication or motivation? What did you think of that? How did it help or not, or whatever?
Yeah, he told us that he was going to be doing that this week to kind of bring up a sense of togetherness and getting together before we went on the field and when we got off the field. I think it helped with the energy a lot. I think the energy was better than we've seen the last 2 weeks. We just got to continue to grow with the execution.
David's fumble, too, was Santiago's fumble right there. I don't know if you were on the field, it was a big play. Can you discuss that, the timeliness of it at that point in the game?
Yeah, it was huge. I told the guys in the locker room at halftime that 22 was being loose with the ball, so I was glad to see we got the ball out in coverage, just didn't capitalize on it enough.
Jack, go ahead.
Aidan, can you evaluate your play today? What grade would you give yourself?
Not very good in passing the game. Not all my fault, but not the receivers either. But not anybody. I just there's few of them. Not on anybody on offense. Could execute better.
Coming in, did you think you had a good plan? Did you think it'd be easier than it turned out to be?
I never think the game's gonna be easy. I think any given Saturday. I think we had a great plan. We should execute.
Matt, when it comes to you.
This question's for you, Aidan. Was there something they were doing defensively that made it hard for you guys, get anything going offensively before you finally started to find a little bit of a rhythm, or was that just execution?
They were playing defense. We just couldn't execute as well as we could. There's a few plays that we wish we could have back, but can't change the past.
Aidan, on those last two drives, I think 6 minutes left in the first half, and then I think there was a minute and some change later. You guys are going down there to get a stop. I guess were those critical moments for that offense to show up, and I guess what stopped it from showing up in those moments?
Wait, I'm sorry. I know this happens a lot between us. I'm sorry, but can you ask the question again?
The two drives, there's 6 minutes left.
And the half of the game?
The first half. The first half. You guys are looking for some sort of response there. It's a game you can take the lead at that point. What happened on those two drives to sort of get you guys off the field as quickly as that happened?
We just didn't execute. You can't keep putting third and longs. It's not going to really get a lot of that. Get a lot out of it. So, execution was big, and we didn't do it.
Jack and then Chris.
Guys, that's for both of you as team leaders. What has to change in the last month of the season, and how do you get this team ready to make a charge down the stretch?
Execution and finishing games better. Bottom line.
Same recipe that we should every week. Exactly what you said. We just got to finish games and execute.
Chris.
And I wonder about the first quarter. The offense wasn't moving the ball. All the penalties that happened, and Kai breaks off that run. You're racing down. Kind of walk through your part of that play and what you saw, and what that moment was like to feel the crowd to kind of boost it a little bit.
the base play, handed the ball off, he cut back, and I just decided to lead block. I got rocked, but it is what it is. But I helped him get a few more yards. Just being a team guy, doing special.
Steven. Jordan, how'd you feel like you guys held up against the run game on the whole, and then when they popped a couple, did you identify what went wrong?
I think overall, I think defense did a well enough job stopping the run. They had some runs that got out. I missed the whole almost a quarter, so I didn't see how the third really went. But I feel like defensively, we stopped the run, and then it all falls to just execution. Those runs that got leaked out.
For both of you guys, I'm wondering, is there a frustration that it seems like there's not been a complete game? Like last week, the stops weren't there. Offense was moving a little bit today. It's a little bit reversed. Is there frustration, I guess, on not being able to put both things together for you guys?
We're not frustrated. We're just going to keep attacking each week. Of course, we want things to go differently. But if you go into that with frustration, things will never get done. We're going to go in there Sunday, tomorrow, have the same process, digest the film, continue to get better as the weeks go on.
He answered that question better than I would.
Anything further for these guys?